Hi everybody, my name is Jessica and today I'm here to talk to you guys about my debate topic, which is, does social media do more harm than good? Do you guys remember the small part of your life when you were a child where social media wasn't a creation yet? As a child, you were always out making new friends, always outside, creating new experiences and living life to its fullest. Well, today, kids are born straight into social media and technology era, where instead of being outside and making new friends, they make new friends through this platform. This has caused many people to grow up with lack of communication skills, and in person, we are made for face-to-face interaction. This in turn can lead into some very big issues like mental illness, lack of sleep, and addiction. The definition of social media is websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or participate in social networking. Social media was created as a way for people to network, but today it's become an essential part of everyone's day. There needs to be a reasonable solution where generations are not just thrown straight into internet and social media, where there is a good medium. My first point into why I think social media does more harm than good is that social media has proven to be harmful to your mental health and is responsible for children growing up with higher self-esteem issues and higher suicide rates. According to BBC Future, after only 20 minutes, participants reported having lower moods just because they felt that social media was a waste of time. Another study by BBC News was conducted with a group of 1,700 people, and they found that users with social media platforms reported higher rates of depression and anxiety. Reasons for this is suggested that included cyberbullying, because it's very easy to cyberbully, and second, it caused women to have a distorted view on their self and their body image. In addition, according to Psychology Today, they found that social media lowered women's self-esteem, like I said, body image, because they would often compare themselves to other people on the internet and social media, like for example, influencers, models, and famous people. This left many women depressed and constantly comparing themselves to this false picture that they would look at. Logically, when you hear these things, you would say, I need to limit my social media time. But it is very hard to limit this because it's become a central part in everyone's day. This is significant and it will only worsen. Technology is continuously improving every year and it's consuming our society. The rates of depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem are only getting higher. This is not okay for our children growing up around such negative influences. My second point into why social media is more harmful is that it is harmful to your sleep patterns. Social media leads to harm to sleep schedules. Its addictive nature keeps up people many late nights, leading to negative effects in your mood for the next day. Sleep is essential to your health. A minimum of 8 hours a day is essential to the growing child or teenager's brain. Proper sleep is needed for proper performance for the next day. In addition, according to BBC News, teenagers who use social media for more than 3 hours a day have reported going to sleep later and found that they tend to wake up in the middle of the night. Psychiatrists say screens should be avoided 1 hour before bed, and this can be a reasonable solution. The problem is that teenagers found it was essential to keep up with their social media posts, leading them to spend more time and more of their night consumed by this screen. Once they avoided sleep, this led to lack in performance in everyday activities like work, school, or responsibilities, weight gain, and mental health issues. This also found that girls that tend to spend 5 hours a day on social media led to more poor sleeping habits. Like me saying that girls have more of an impact of social media than men do. Lack of sleep can have a significant and negative impact not only on young people's well-being, but on their relationship with families and friends, and in terms of reaching their full potential in school. According to sleep.station.org, our cell phones emit blue light, which is really productive for daytime activities, so it keeps us awake. But at night, when we are naturally producing melatonin, this causes us to be in a state of cognitive arousal, which is not good for people that are trying to go to sleep. In turn, our natural melatonin isn't properly happening. With all the effects of technology, it is essential to keep a distance from phone usage and social media before sleep. To live a more healthy and productive life, these steps need to be taken. We are not made from our ancestors to revolve around technology. We have adapted to it. And with all these suggestions, the limit of technology is good for proper sleep and proper mental illness. My last point onto why I think social media does more harm than good is that it has been reported to be very addictive, which causes people to have a lot of issues with face-to-face interactions in everyday life. Social media tends to be addictive and was officially listed at the DSM, which is Diagnostic and Statistic Manual of Mental Disorders. Several recent studies seem to support this conclusion, including brain imaging studies of compulsive internet users that have shown structural and functional brain abnormalities similar to those found in substance abuse problems. And this was by careerclinic.org. It is also found that social media has caused withdrawals. So if you notice when you go and you try to delete social media and then you go to try to find it again, or if you do have social media and you've never deleted it, you tend to go on it, but then every so few minutes you always feel the need to go on it. It's because it has addictive tendencies. Because social media can be very addictive, users need to be more conscious with their everyday, limit their everyday usage. Like food, which we cannot truly not live without, the right choices and the right amount of food can keep people healthy and satisfied, while poor choices and excessive consumption can lead to significantly potential life-threatening conditions, and that is by careerclinic.org. To limit social media use and to create a healthier relationship with it, I would say limit to 1 to 2 hours a day, and start focusing on real life and start focusing on things that benefit you, which is not social media. To conclude, I have grown up with social media my whole life, and I have seen it negatively and positively affect people's lives. That picture that you see, girl, of that model or that influencer, there's Facetune, there's Photoshop, there are a lot of things. And it's not just what you see on the screen, so do not ever compare yourself to that. To close, the limit of social media is vital to the well-being of our society. Creating a healthy habit with social media can be essential to your mental health, sleep, and not getting addicted. For girls, like I said, that picture of the model you idolize is more than just a picture. There is a false life behind this tiny screen. You do not know what they're going through. You are just basing it off a picture you see, and you're comparing yourself, when in reality you should love yourself. I hope our future generations aren't put into an even worse situation. And yes, thank you guys for listening. Thank you.